Huh?
Is the computer okay?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Now, whether the computer will stay
Yeah, that's an
is a whole nother kettle of fish.
Starts getting flickery, guys. We gotta get off our phones.
Well,
I'm not on my phone.
I think, Michael, are you still logged into? You're not on the network? Okay.
I didn't give anybody the password this week, so
Is that right? That's cool.
I bet nobody could hear it on there.
Oh, yeah.
You could hear it.
I think you should say that. That's
I
fun.
used to play trumpet in elementary school.
Mhm. Uh-huh. I need a shave, Chris.
Yeah, you do.
It's really getting.
Get with it.
If I didn't have so much gray in my beard, it would maybe look slightly cooler. But yeah, it's pretty rough. So. Okay. Well, hey, everybody, it's Matt, and we're at Texas Toast Guitars. Thanks for tuning into our Friday reveal. Chris, this is one of my favorite times of the class. Know why?
Because it's done.
We're done working. That's right. I know it's true. So we had 4 guys come out to hang out with us and build really cool instruments with us this week. And we had a great time. We got some Mexican food. We got some drinks. Chris Hill from Odyssey Beer Works, the great American Beer Works, came by.
Yep.
And our good buddy Brian Duncan spent a 3 days with us, goofing around.
Uh-huh.
Kind of just he was just kind of like goofing off.
Yeah.
No, he wasn't. Brian helped out quite a bit.
He did, especially early on. Yeah.
Yeah.
He left today right about the time I was going to go give him some work.
I think we're still going. I don't know, but
yeah,
the computer went ba-bing, ba-bing, ba-bing. So yeah.
All right. I think that's just startup stuff.
Quick startup stuff. Quick super chat from Doug Seidlitz, who writes, "Can't wait to see these, Doug. I think you're going to be impressed. The guys." Okay, let me just tell you, 2025. The guys who come to these workshops are really raising the bar. The only guy who did as good as the stuff in 2025 is our good buddy Maui.
Okay.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah. When Maui came out and built the telly with us, he had everybody does a really good job. Maui just so happens to be here hanging out with us. He brought us some beers and was telling fishing stories. You know how long the fish was that he caught today was? That's right. You put this big.
That was bigger.
This big. Yeah.
Locally?
Okay. Yep.
Sure that wasn't a snake or a limb?
A snake.
It was a tree limb, yeah. Fish didn't move much.
Mike writes, "Happy reveal day." Hey, Mike, we got a Amazon delivery for Toys for Tots from you today, my friend. So
cool.
Thank you.
Oh, cool.
Hey,
let's yeah.
Well, okay, but before I know we've got to get going here because there's a couple guys who got to catch a plane.
Yep.
And it's not above me to talk over someone who's catching a flight, but we still are doing Toys for Tots. Every workshop, we encourage people very violently to bring toys. And you don't have to come to a workshop to send toys, right? Like Mike's coming to a workshop next month, but he sent toys out in advance. But it occurs to me, anybody else wants to just send toys for Tots, we can do that. So
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Cool.
You were saying.
Let's get the 2 guys that need to leave.
Okay.
Up here.
All right.
So who wants to go first?
They're
so this is Super
both
Strat week.
chomping at the bit.
Running up here right now.
Here they go.
Don't worry, here they come.
And no, they actually did kind of. Now, are you okay?
I'll get out of the way. He can sit there. Grab your guitar.
I believe that either Barry Poe or Brian Whitlock signed up for the workshop first. Do you know, Barry? You don't know. I mean, there's no way for you to know. But Barry, how are you, sir?
Doing well.
What do you have in your hot little hands, my friend?
Have a Super Strat built this week.
Okay, there's a lot of backing and forth and about what is a Super Strat. Now, I laid out what I think it was. How far off do you think I am?
You're close.
Okay, what do you reckon it's got to have?
I don't care so much about wood made out of, but usually a locking tremolo, at least one humbucker.
Got to have that stuff, and it's got to look like a Strat.
Right?
Right?
Like a Strat.
What do you want to add anything?
No.
You want to add like Hugger Orange or a heel adjust truss rod or
I did.
Funny you should ask. I did. Also, tell us what you made and tell us what your experience was like and How come you're not drinking?
I don't know what to drink.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Cool.
Experience was good this week. Learned a lot. I've built several guitars before, but
You have. I've seen them.
learned a lot this week. Hopefully mine will be even better next time.
Well, let me ask you this. I know that you built a bunch of guitars, but so, I mean, like, I never know what people are going to take away from this. What's one of your takeaways from this week?
I probably don't sand enough.
Ooh, yeah, that's a guilty.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
That was a good one.
So tell everybody what you got going here.
Like I say, alder body, super strat, Floyd Rose, 2 humbuckers.
Who made the pickups?
Sir?
Okay.
And Pete Thorne. And
Those guys know a little bit about making guitars, don't
done a few
they?
of them. Yeah, he's been involved in a few things.
Now, one of the things that not everybody knows is that you guys, you didn't start with a chunk of wood, but it wasn't too far from it. So you guys got to pick the pickups, and you got to pick all the contours and radiuses and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yep, and the controls.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever layout we want.
I don't know if Steve, if you were watching, everybody wanted a bigger control cavity. Steve and I were like, nah, no one's gonna want a big control cavity. Let's put the little one in. So everybody except me went with, because I'm like, I ain't doing that. I'm gonna jam all them controls in there wherever that's where they go. So so you guys routed for that great big control cavity. You did all the contouring by hand, and you did the round over. You got to pick that. You got to put your pickups in, and you got to press in all your frets. How was that?
I've done that before, but again, having somebody else look at my fret work and say, keep going here and
Okay.
make that better. That's all that's making it play better.
Cool. And how do you got a 5-way switch and
5-way switch,
master volume, master tone?
Yep.
Do you think CC DeVille would play this guitar?
He probably would.
I think he would. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Oh, let me ask one more question. Do you have a strap that you can like just throw it over the shoulder? And
Yes.
Okay. Because I was around then, man.
Yes.
I know from the 80s. Yeah.
I've seen a lot of videos where they go flying. So I'm going to try it.
So I'm glad that you were here. Who do we want to say hey to back home?
Right now, my wife, Chris, and my daughter, Cheryl, are watching.
Chris and Cheryl, thank you for letting us have Barry all week. He's a cool guy. You already know that, but yeah. So thanks for hanging out with us. And what's your next guitar project that you're going to work on? I already know, but Barry, yeah.
I'm building a guitar with my daughter, and I'm going to build one along with her to try to do the $400 challenge.
Cool. You know, I was amazed at just how much neat stuff got done.
Yeah.
In the $400 challenge. So yeah. Did I miss anything, Chris? Okay. Well, Barry and Ron have to take off a little early. They got a flight tonight, so we're gonna let them get out of here. But Barry, it was great to have you here, man. I had a great time hanging out with you and making super strats. And by the way, Barry showed us a bunch of 80s tricks. We all strung our guitars with the ball ends through the headstock.
It's a lot easier.
You got to cut something off somewhere, right?
Yep.
Hey, let's take a quick super chat from Paul, who says, "Hey, Matt, can't wait to get there and build my iconish." Paul, I am so excited to have you come out here and build those. That's August, as I recollect. Is that right? And I'm looking forward to having. That's another one of those jam up full classes. We're going to see if we can't get NBA superstar David Robinson to come back for that. And maybe it'd be me and Charles Barkley just sitting around eating churros all week this time. So, hey, man, what's going on?
Oh, just finished up another super strat.
So, Ron, so we've hung out all week. And how many guitars do you have? Do you estimate? Oh no, okay. If your wife's watching, you don't have to say. You can you can like.
I say I have over 30.
Okay, all right. And you've been collecting for a long time because I know you showed me a bunch of cool pictures of guitars that you have, and I am honored that you would come out and build a guitar with us. Have you built guitars before, right?
Yes, I have.
I know because you showed me pictures and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, so what did you come up with here for this bad deal?
I like super strats. I've hunted for one and always wanted to build one. And then when the opportunity came up, Barry and I decided, hey, this is
I remember that.
Go.
Okay, so wait, for those people who don't know, you and Barry are in the same band, and you guys live in the same neighborhood or community, right?
Right.
Okay.
And so we came out here and we thought, well, shoot, this is an opportunity to pick up some, some tricks and
Okay.
and learn some knowledge about stuff. I build them too, but I'm not up on next. So
We had a guy who came out and built a guitar with us. He works at Gibson now. Maybe you can get a job there.
No, I'm done. I'm on the land of leisure.
Okay, all right. I don't know why you ain't got no job to go to.
No, I just like playing music.
Cool, man. So you've been playing for a long time, and how often y'all play out?
We're once or twice a month.
Okay, cool. So tell everybody what you whipped up here.
Well, this is a Strat like body, and it's cut to it's like a super Strat.
Mm-hmm.
We cut all the angles and everything, and of course I wanted humbuckers. I'm not a single coil guy.
Me neither.
And
unless they're P90s.
And I wanted the Floyd Rose, and I like the rosewood fingerboard.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got the push pull controls for I can pull to go to single coil
on both pickups or
both
just
pickups.
Okay, so you got this dude. Oh, okay,
yeah,
cool.
both of them. So and I like it. I mean, it's got the look and the feel that is something I wanted.
I like that guitar color too. What?
And this was a candy apple red,
mm-hmm.
but I also didn't want the gloss. I wanted the satin.
I gotta tell you, man. I for as much as I like gloss finishes, and I do, I really like this finish a lot. It's my all-time favorite. Whether it's a metallic, a candy apple like you got, which was red candy over gold, or if it's like a sunburst. It's my favoriteest finish of all time. So.
And the other deal was I've never had a roasted maple neck, and I'm a maple neck fan. Really, I really like them.
Yeah, they're cool, man.
And then with the rosewood fretboard, I mean, I'm getting the best of everything I wanted.
Good. Now,
And
what do you got going on in the headstock there? That's the Jerry Lee Lewis headstock.
Yeah, well, it's just a style that I like.
No, it's a what's it say?
Oh, killer.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, yeah,
Well,
that's right, isn't it? The Jerry Lee Lewis.
That's kind of what they call me.
Okay, all right.
So if you mess with me.
So was that all of your time in the mafia? They you don't have to answer.
No.
Yeah.
I would say you just don't mess with me and you won't find out.
you won't F-O. No, yeah, F-A-F-O. Okay,
That's what you say, yeah. And there's nothing I don't like about this.
Cool. And what pickups did you go with here?
And these are Seymour Duncan Pearly Gates.
Both of them are Pearly Gates?
Yes.
Okay. Man, that's so one of my favorite players is Billy Gibbons.
Yes.
So I want to say that they wound those based off of his Les Paul, his 59.
And I've never tried this particular one before.
I don't know how you could get let down by those.
And that's another reason that I wanted to try them, because
cool.
I wanted something different.
Now this is an alder body?
This is an alder body too, yes.
All right. Okay.
And I wanted something light.
Now, you don't remember back in 1980 because I was around then. You weren't there, but yeah, that was a really popular guitar back then. What do you think is the defining characteristic of a Super Strat?
I think it's just the feel. It's going to be the sound and the playability of it.
Yeah.
And this will be used for any type of music.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah.
It's a variety of what you can use it for.
Absolutely.
It's not a metal guitar. It can be used in any genre of music. So I mean, it's an anything guitars.
Oh yeah, it's really, really super versatile. That's for sure.
And you could design one for whatever style you wanted.
Oh yeah, man. So yeah, you could put whatever you wanted in there. So that's another thing. People might not realize that, like, well, do I have to do two humbuckers? No, you can put whatever you want.
Right? Correct. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So did you have a good time here, Ron?
Had a great time here. Yeah, it's been fun.
Outstanding. Who do we want to say hey to back in?
I want to say hey to my wife, and she's in the hospital now. But
that's right. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. You told me that. Yeah.
I hope she gets out soon. And my son Derek and my daughter Haley.
Now okay. People watching at home. Ron didn't be like, all right, I gotta go. You're in the hospital. Have a good time. But she's getting out probably when you get.
Hopefully she gets back when I get home.
Yeah, that's what you were telling me. So yeah. So and your son and your daughter are there.
Yeah, they're keeping an eye on her, so everything's cool.
Next time you come out, you think you might ride your motorbike out here?
Yeah, I like to. I've been out there.
How long
before
of
with
a how long would that be? You reckon?
it's what 9-10 hour ride.
That's nothing. That's nothing for you. I saw your bike too. It looks
Yeah.
pretty luxurious.
It's pretty comfortable.
Yeah, it's almost like Brian's convertible.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, thanks for hanging out with us, my
yeah.
friend, and it was great to
It's
have
great
you out
coming
here.
out here and anybody listening to
And
us.
I hope that you and Barry have a safe trip home, and let me know that you get back okay. But and we will talk to these guys more
All
as
right.
when they come out next time. And we got two more fellas who are going to come up here. I'm going to check out what's going on in the comments section. And Pete is here, and Zed is here, and Dave is here, Doc is here, Kevin Kaloje is here. Geez. Paul is here, Joy is here, Brian W is here and in the chat. Lefty is here. I'm probably missing a couple of them. Dan is here. Paul, of course, is here. Eric is here. The guys, if I'm missing you, I'm not trying to. I'm just trying to get through the old chat section. Okay. Hi, Chris. How are
Hey,
you?
Matt, how are you?
I'm good,
Long time
man.
no see.
Um,
Let's talk about our guitars.
okay.
At least the Super Strat. We don't have to talk about the other one.
We
It's
can-
not done yet.
Well, we can. Well, neither is the Superstar.
All right. Well, let's talk about the Super Strat. Maybe we'll show the other one.
So
off for just a
I think
red hot minute.
I believe I'm gonna do a video on Sunday for this guitar because I did my video for last Sunday was this guitar. Only this guitar wasn't really ready then.
Uh-huh.
So this is we had an extra body.
Yeah, we did.
And I thought, you know what? I'm going to make a neck for this, but I'm going to make it a little bit different. How do you think it turned out? What do you think?
I think it turned out great. I love it. Yeah, it's cool.
Well, so
So what are the differences? What makes this neck different than the others, man?
well, I'm glad you asked. For one thing, it has our 3 on a side TTG headstock. It has
with a 7-degree angle.
With the 7-degree angle. It has a mahogany neck.
Mhm.
Generally, Strats and Tellys have maple necks. Not always, but generally speaking. And I'm going to see if I can get it in the camera. I don't know if you guys can see, but this neck is set in 1.5 inches deep as opposed to 5/8 of an inch deep.
Yeah.
And a lot of folks were telling me, boy, I don't know if it's going to hold up. You can kind of see it there. I don't know if it's going to hold up. The little tongue that holds the neck on is awfully little. Well, not really. It's over
There's a
half
whole lot of
inch.
wood.
Yeah, there's
all
a bunch
around here that are going to hold it in just fine.
Yeah.
And it's not really any different than any of the other set neck stuff that we make.
No, except for it's bolted in. Oh, that's
Yeah.
normally if we did a neck like this, we would just glue it in. But I thought
Yeah.
it might be neat to try bolting it on. I don't know why. I just thought it would be kind
It
of
would
cool.
be fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
What do you think of my custom tape?
I like the tape.
I thought you did. Yeah.
And this color is candy apple red
Mhm.
done the old school way.
Tell me about why. What do you mean when you say
Well,
that?
so traditionally candy apple red was done white base coat,
Okay.
early on gold, and then red candy over the top. That's where and it's not candy apple, it's candy apple red.
Oh,
The color
okay.
is apple red. The paint is candy.
Okay.
But anyway, so this is the first time I've ever done candy apple red on anything.
Okay.
I've done red metallic, but that's red with metallic in it.
Pete wants to know if it's nice and balanced. I think it's okay, Pete.
Yeah.
I think we're good to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
So this one and Ron's, we did all the same steps, except we mixed up 2 slightly different formulas of red when we shot the red. So
Uh-huh.
this one's a little lighter red than Ron's is.
Yeah, it's slightly different.
So this has a little more gold hue to it, but it was really fun to do because I'd never done that before.
Mhm.
So there you go. Yeah.
So ours has, of course, the Floyd Rose. This is the original USA Floyd Rose
Mhm.
too.
Yeah.
The original USA Floyd. It's got DiMarzio. I don't know what pickups these are.
Yeah.
Our friend BK sent us these pickups, and I'm not 100% sure what they are. If there's
What's
any,
up with the blue tape?
well, I'm getting to that. If there's any DiMarzio experts out there, this is probably like a half a super distortion coil and then half a blade pickup.
Yeah.
And then it's got a coil neck pickup. And the reason there's tape on there is because it's not screwed down. Now, the reason it's not screwed down is because I ordered a red cover for this to match the back here.
Yeah.
And so on Monday when it comes in, I'm going to pull that pickup cover off and put the red one on and then screw everything down and get it all good to go.
Yeah.
I also wired my switch backward. Not on purpose. I just accidentally did it. So here's the neck position and here's the bridge position. So I have to rotate them.
You could just rotate it up and down.
I think I'm just going to rotate the switch. Yeah. So, and it's got one volume, just pickup selector and
Bob's your uncle.
and the jack right in the. So this is good for sitting on the couch. Yeah.
It is. Yeah. Party time jack.
Mhm.
And lots of people like the idea of the party time jack. We did several versions of the party time jack.
Might I ask you,
Mhm.
what do you think that this neck brings to the party that a regular Strat neck? I don't know that it does.
Well, it's got a
brings
different
anything.
look, that's for sure.
Uh-huh.
It's got a different vibe. Yeah, it's cool. Super slick.
Do you? I mean, yeah. I mean, it doesn't really. I guess because the nut is locking, it doesn't really matter if the strings go straight to the tuners or not. So.
Yeah, no.
But I mean, do you? Okay, I honestly don't think there is any real advantage to doing this. It's just was a kind of a funny
It's
thing
just
to
something
do.
different. It's
Yeah.
kind of like the PRS Blue Sky has some PRS.
Does it have like just a
cues.
PRS neck, or is it got
I
a?
don't know if it does,
fendery
but it's got the PRS headstock.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm.
All right.
Can people see when I do this? Mm.
So Doug seems to like it, and I know Doc says it looks cool. Pete says it's cool. So yeah, I think, and some other people say that they liked it too. So yeah, so but what a lot of people may not have realized, Chris, is that in our Super Strat workshop, you didn't have to build a Super Strat.
Correct.
As a matter of fact, you could have just made a regular Strat.
Yep.
Now, this was ours and it didn't get done. You want to hold this
Correct.
one?
Sure. It looks really good on the camera. Look at that.
It's rad. What's going on with that?
So when this class came up, Matt said, "Do you want to build a guitar?" And I said, "Sure, let's build a guitar." Oh, by the way, I wound some pickups that I would like to jam into something. I have a pick guard already ready to go. Let's just build a very, very traditional Stratocaster.
You even said, I think I want to go traditional on the color too.
Yeah.
But that was on last
Nailed it.
week or Monday. Yeah.
Nailed it. So the color is unique. I tried something new with the color. It's a gold metallic, thinned out 50-50 with clear over black. And it looks more gold on camera than it does in person. It's got a little more green, gray hue.
Yeah,
to
different
it.
angles. It
Oh,
looks different.
I was going to tell a story. I screwed it up. This is a 1977 Ford Thunderbird color called a Meridian Green.
I forgot. Yeah,
that's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
But in sunlight, it looks a little gold.
It looks gold in this
Yeah.
in this picture too. Yeah.
No. But anyway, I kind of wanted to try something new. So, and it's not finished, but it's got Alnico 5 pickups that I wound using some Dylan specs, and they should be really, really cool.
So let's see. Dastardly Dave says, crazy paint, guys. Raymond says that he loves the color. Wow. Lefty says, oil slick gold, kind of neat. 64 Commuter says loves the finish on that. Black Dog Sheep says the color looks bitchin' on camera.
It does.
Doc says looks awesome.
Really cool on
Paul
camera,
says looks very gold, very cool transitions.
It's more green
Pete
than
loves
gold.
it. Butch loves it. Eric loves it. Eric wants to know, is it Aztec gold? It's not quite. Actually, the
No,
gold that you
no.
sprayed is similar to Aztec
Yeah,
gold.
the
but
gold that I
yeah.
sprayed was more similar to Aztec gold. This because it's got a lot of black underneath it. Sort of went a little bit green.
But you and I always build a guitar, or in this case,
Try
two,
to, yeah.
in every workshop. And this one turned out really cool. What?
Yeah, and this will be for sale here pretty quick. So it's more vintage spec. It's got a Kluson vintage 6-hole tram, vintage Kluson tuners, very, very vintage pickups and all of that. 5-way switch. Wasn't sure until I clicked it.
Is it 3? Is it 5?
Yeah, no, I usually put 5s in, even though I don't like 5s. Yeah, it's you know,
You got all 5
straight
springs
up.
in the back. Is that?
Uh-huh.
Do you always put them in there because you
That's
normally
the-
run like 12s?
No, so if you want the tremolo to feel light and floaty, 5 springs with this as light as you can go. Usually, if you take a spring out, you have to crank them down, and the whole
Okay,
feel is
so,
heavier. So yeah, it's just a vintagey thing.
And this is an alder body, as I recollect.
Yes, alder
Okay.
body, maple neck, rosewood board. Yeah.
It's cool, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
like
it
it.
looks cool. It'll be a cool guitar when it's done.
Yeah, I think it's really neat.
So yeah, there you go.
What was your favorite part about this class, Chris?
Today was pretty fun. Getting stuff,
Dude, today was
not having to have knowing that we had time to fix issues was nice.
You know,
Or potential issues or things that we weren't quite 100% sure on.
Here's something that I think that I gloss over for this workshop. The guys did a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like the guitar was like, here's the body, it's ready to go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This was
This
way
one was.
less.
I did
kit.
nothing to it other
Yeah.
than when they started paint, I was like, okay, here's what we're
Yeah.
gonna do. Yeah.
But like it was very, very much not a kit
No.
that they put together.
No, and everybody had different wiring and
Mhm.
everybody had different, slightly different pickups and this and that. So yeah, they got to use all the tools, all the fun tools,
Mhm.
and do all the fun sanding and all the fun assembly. Yeah, but they were all very, very similar guitars in the end.
Butch wants to know this is a TTG neck made for us by Steve for the workshop. This is a neck that I made right before the workshop happened. So
Yeah.
I did everything for that one in-house.
Yep.
Terry says that the pickup switch on his guitar was backwards, so he fixed it. No big. Yeah, it's just kind of, just flip it around there. Doc says that will be a fantastic Strat. I absolutely love my TTG 57 Strat and crisp wound pickup. Did you run the pickups on that one?
What guitar?
On Doc's Strat?
No, those are Dylan's.
Oh, maybe he's saying because you guys, hey guys, have a safe trip, okay? We'll talk to you soon. Maybe he says that it's cool because you want the pickups on this.
Oh yeah.
Maybe, yeah, I'm not.
Mhm. So I wanted 2 sets. I put 1 set in another guitar I have.
Mhm.
And I was gonna put these in that, and I was like, it'd be cool if I had 2 guitars to go back and forth. And I'm not gonna keep the pickups.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna pull them out of this. We'll sell it, but it'll be fun to see what the difference are.
Sir David Dangerous says, have Joy take a picture of that. Joy takes pictures of lots of stuff.
Mhm.
So yeah, I guarantee you there'll be pictures of this. This one, I love the finish on it.
Yeah, I think it turned out pretty neat. I mean, it turned out slightly different than I was thinking it was going to be. I thought it was going to be gold, and it didn't turn out that way. But I still like it. Otherwise, I would have just
Yeah.
again.
Keep on shooting.
Yeah, keep on blacking it out.
So,
right, so
this was a
let's
great
move on.
workshop. Okay, so we got a couple more guys who want to come up and show off their guitars. They're also chomping at the bit. And
was dust
here
on
they are.
Here they come.
Okay, here they come. Okay.
Okay, whoa. Stop fighting, guys.
Raymond says that he would love that in a HSS with black pickguard. Raymond, you mean the one that Chris just showed you, the kind of gold over black? That would be a really cool color. Hi, Brian. How are you, sir?
I think the gold one needs either a big P or a train.
Big P.
Like a Boilermaker Express. Or
Yeah.
A big Purdue P.
I don't know what that means. That's a college thing.
It's a
that you guys
college
do.
thing.
Hi, Brian. How are you?
I'm great.
Hey, Joy. Brian's been out here 4 times. I know his picture should go up on the wall. Hi, Brian. How are you, sir?
I'm good.
So,
Glad to be done.
after that's a good idea, Chris. After a week, as you know all too well as anybody else knows, man, it's like, oh geez, can we just be done? So what do you have here with this stripey cool thing?
A EVH inspired taped off job. I even brought a picture of the tape.
Oh, okay, yeah. Let's
I
see if
don't
we
know
can get.
get that in or not.
Yeah, let's try it. Get it in the old. Yep. Your arms aren't long enough. So this is Brian's actual tape job over silver. Yeah.
Over silver.
Okay.
It's now the inverse.
Yeah.
This is like the negative.
So this is only the second time we've ever done the stripey thing. Ryan did one in February, and this is the second time. And why is that? Like, why have we never done it before?
I think we've never done guitars that would look good with a finish like that.
Okay, all right. So what else you got going on here, Senor?
We got Dylan Center Punch 8 pickups with little gears.
So those have
So
like a
there's-
cool laser etch
Laser
neat
etch.
thing on them. That's cool.
Of course, signed.
Mhm.
3 springs in the back with going towards the middle. Like,
Yeah,
Post
you
it.
have to do that. Yeah.
So the 5 spring thing seems interesting. Custom plate on the back.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
What
What
locking nut?
now you went with a slightly different control arrangement than everybody else. There's a lot of master volume, master tone, or in my case, just volume. But what did you went with, like kind of a Les Paul? Kind of thing?
We used the Les Paul diagram to wire it up. It's
Okay.
really not very hard. And then a Les Paul switch going this way, because if you go this way, when you do this, you're gonna
yeah. I
you
put
know.
mine in the back so that
that'd be a good
Okay.
idea. So because this I won't hit, but
yeah. Now
everything's pretty.
How
pretty
many-
cool on this.
You built a Telly and a PRS and this Super Strat and a Les Paul
neck through SG.
neck through S. You did?
I did.
Wow. Okay.
And
The
it's
second-
green.
It's green.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And that
Okay.
had, Dylan P90s.
I love P90s in SGs. So Brian, you've been out here enough times to kind of know a little bit about what what to expect. Did you get anything new and exciting out of this?
I got
workshop?
better at frets.
Your
just
frets look really good.
Just little things like trust the process. So when you're trying to cut the those little sharp corners off,
Yeah.
just cut off the sharp corners. Don't try and round the.
Yeah. Don't really
Don't try
go
to
for
round
it.
it around. That's separate, right? That's
Yeah.
another. You just touch them.
I think that the more you do something, no matter what it is, it's you just get better at it. So
And then I
yeah.
picked up. When you would say something, I'd go, "Oh yeah, I missed that the first time through." Because
Okay.
it's like little kids. They watch the same show over and over, and they pick up more and more.
Maybe
Same
I'm
with-
just getting better at remembering to tell you guys everything.
I think you told us before. I just think
I hope
it's so much information, right? There's so much.
It's a
to learn.
lot going on in 5 days. Yeah.
Maybe you should build 5 guitars in a week.
Does the pattern on the body have any significance?
Yeah. Does the pattern on the body? It was pretty random, right?
Is it-
But you had some cool tricks for doing it, right?
Yeah. So things I learned as doing it: end all your tape as much as you can in a cavity,
Yeah.
because it's always like trying to overlap tape is hard. Trying to stop in the middle is hard because you're wrapping the whole. Like if you look and you wrap, you can see the edge, and then it wraps around to the back.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
you
like
can
how
see
you-
everything ends in the
Yeah.
Floyd Rose cavity, because that's really an easy place to stop
Yeah.
without making it look ragged or bad, or end on a stripe. So like, there's a lot of stuff that ended right here because there's this big stripe that
It really looks cool.
it is very cool. And like there is an EVH guitar that had stuff here but not like this, and stuff here but not like this.
Yeah. Because you didn't want to make it like exactly
No,
like
not
a
at
yeah.
all. But just trying to, and pretty wide tape, and then the little skinny tape, and I think that
Mhm.
was more than enough.
So and you went with silver as the base coat, and then a purple candy over the tape.
And white. So white to make the silver bright.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. All right.
And
Okay.
then, because wood would look different, and then yes,
Yeah.
and then silver, and then tape, and then purple.
I'm going to ask you a question I already know the answer to. Why not pink? Why not pink instead of purple?
Well, my daughters wanted me to make a pink one, and I said, "You guys can make whatever you want."
Don't you think it would be cool to have like I don't know what you would call it. We wouldn't call it like daddy-daughter guitar building week, but that would be fun to do, though, right? I mean, we wouldn't call it that, but yeah.
In the tele class, we had a young lady who was doing her senior high school project
With her dad, that's
her
right,
dad.
with John.
and he
right?
wrote everything down
Uh-huh.
for her report, and she built the guitar.
He probably wrote the report too.
Well, I don't know.
We don't know. We don't.
That's between them.
That's hopefully she got an A. Yeah.
Hopefully she, yeah. I mean, of course. And she had a beautiful guitar when she was done.
Yeah, man. Well, so Brian, who do we want to say hey to back? Oh, the other thing. Okay, Who do you want to say hey to back in the Chicagoland area, and where should I go eat the next time I'm in Chicago?
Where did we? I remember what we talked about.
All right.
So, hi, Laura, Olivia, and Sarah.
Thanks for letting us have Brian all week. It was great to have him here again.
They've been seeing the updates on text with send lots of pictures.
Mm-hmm.
And where to go eat? Prison chicken.
That's right, prison chicken. Okay, now that's actually not in Joliet. You said it was the next to the prison.
Next to the prison downtown,
Okay.
just south of Van Buren. Across from the
Sounds
federal
good, Brian.
across from the federal lockup and the Cook County Jail.
Okay.
It's Harold's Chicken Shack, but we all call it prison chicken.
You said that on Yelp. If you go to prison, people know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
it will bring up prison chicken.
Okay. Do you think that Italian beef should have cheese on it?
Yes.
Okay. I remember I was telling you that like beef page that I follow on Facebook. I think it's like they want to have fist fights on like if beef should have cheese or sweet peppers or whatever. Yeah.
If you don't want to have cheese, don't have cheese.
Yeah. I think that's the way
you
to
gotta
go.
have peppers. I like sweet peppers and hot peppers both.
I'm not
And
a
I know not
fan of
everybody's-
sweet. Yeah.
yeah.
I got no cheese dunked.
yeah,
And
for sure.
Jardiniere, but no sweet pepper. Whoa. Uh-oh.
A proper Italian beef, when you eat it, if it doesn't drip down off and the juice doesn't drip down off your elbow, it's not juicy.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I could not agree more. All right, I am making a mess. I am probably shorting out my phone. It's a whole thing, and
It's beer, not water.
it's beer, not water. You know what though? And I'm not going to blame my buddy Maui, even though he brought the beer and even though he forced me to drink it. No. Yeah, it came with a cat. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's this. Okay.
Talk about this. It's
Yeah.
upside down.
What? So what do you got going on there?
That's just my initials.
M7B, what's that?
Yeah. What's that?
It's upside down. It's BLW. Chris cut this out on a little vinyl on the Cricut. It was a pretty neat process. And then it's like double sticky. You peel off the back and you put it on and then peel out all the little things with a razor blade very carefully so you don't nick the neck.
Yeah.
And then spray clear and you're good.
May I tell you that when you show up for at the, for your next guitar lesson or whatever, or like for band rehearsal, you better come correct when you bring this guitar.
Oh, no, I'm not.
No.
No spandex, not allowed.
Well, maybe
You get
like
to a certain age and that's
Yeah.
no longer,
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Well, all right. We're gonna let that one slide.
or a certain
so.
fitness level.
Well, there's no one on this side of the table that has an 80s level of fitness right now.
Exactly.
So,
No
Yeah.
David Lee Roth's here.
I'm too much a fan of Chicago style pizza. So yeah.
Yes.
Real quick, where do you want to go for pizza when next time? You got to go to what's the place that we liked? I was telling you about it. And you're like, I've never been there. It's it's from the Moby Dick place.
And you said it was on the north side.
Yeah, there's one on the north side. Dang it, it's
Started
Yelp.
with a P.
Yeah, I keep. Well, you know what?
Pistachio.
Yeah,
And not Piero's.
No, it's not. It's not Portillo's. It's not. It's the White Whale. Anyway, we'll figure it out. And the name escapes me right now, but I do love pizza in Chicago. It's one of my favorites.
There's a lot of it.
And a
There's
good
a lot
thing
of
for me.
choices.
There's a lot of choices. Yeah,
For sure.
Pequods.
Oh, in Chicago. I thought you meant here.
No, not here. No. I don't think there's any good pizza here. Yeah. So anyway, Brian, thanks for hanging out with us, man. And
Yeah, it was
and
great week.
thank you, sir. All right, so Michael's going to come up and he's going to take us home. Paul says either they're going to run out of wall space or the portraits are going to have to get smaller. That's right. Mike says nice Chip Kenman EVH tape job. Do you know who Chip Kenman is?
I do not.
I don't know
I think
either.
that's a compliment.
I think it is too,
Yeah,
but
Kenman.
Michael has like kind of an esoteric taste in
Yeah.
music
I
that
know Kim and Pickups. I'll post a picture of that on the alumni channel.
No, please do, yeah.
Don't go to, but
absolutely, please do. So the alumni channel. Michael, how are you, sir?
I'm well. How are you, Matt?
You're looking good.
Thanks, man.
Your guitar's looking
Oh,
cool too.
Yeah, I'm really happy with it.
Tell me all about it.
Yeah. So we went with bare knuckle juggernauts. I was interested to try those because the bridge has like an L9 ceramic combo for the pickup.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I got a push-pull pot for them both. And then, I went with a solid ash body. I was going to actually paint this a solid color, but the grain was so pretty. We went with a transparent.
Now let's see if we can get it in the camera and see if people can really stick it out there. So the camera is pretty good, but not excellent at picking up all the grain. So this is a translucent finish, and flip it around to the back so everybody can
that might be
see.
well.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Well, you can kind of see some grain happening there, but yeah, so you're the only guy who chose swamp ash, and this was a one-piece swamp ash body, right?
Came out to barely over 3 pounds before we applied
Nice.
the finish. Once we carved it up and everything's 3 pounds, 1 ounce. Really, really nice.
Wow.
One piece, very beautiful, very light. It's very resonant. Sounds great to me. I really, really like this.
It's
guitar
cool,
hole. This is
man.
great.
Okay.
Really nice.
What? Let's see. What else we got? You did all the fret work, and you got a Floyd Rose, just like everybody else.
I really wanted to learn how to do fret work. I wanted to get better at soldering, and you guys showed me how to do all that.
Did you get better at soldering?
I got a lot better at soldering,
Good.
actually. Yeah, you helped a lot with that, showing me a couple of tricks there. So really good learning that. And I wanted to learn to do finishes as well. And you showed me that as well, Chris. So this actually is interesting. When we first started to put it on, you would have thought it was pink. Because the base was a raspberry candy, and then we kind of ended up pushing it a different direction, and so it did come out more red. But if we were off camera in person, it does have more of a magenta kind of flavor to it.
Zed wants to know, how close is this to making 100 ounces?
I have no idea.
I think it's probably closer to 7
It's
pounds.
not, because there's way too much chrome.
There's
a lot
too
of
much,
chrome.
Floyd, and
It's heavier now by far. Yeah, for sure.
Locking nut and
Yeah.
big tuners. Yeah.
I'd still say it clocks well under 8, maybe close to 7.
I'd say,
But-
7 1/4.
Okay.
Yeah, that's probably a good guess. We'll weigh it.
The Floyd was over a pound.
The Floyd weighs over a pound.
The box was a pound and a half
Okay.
There you
Wow.
with all the stuff.
Yeah.
So
that'll do it.
what was one of your favorite bit? Did I already ask you that? Did you already answer?
No, but I mean, I really enjoyed the fret work and the finish, because the fret work was hard, but it was really good to learn that, get it down, and have somebody who could point out to me here's what you're doing wrong, here's a technique that might help you, and so I'm not kind of flying blind there on my own. And I really enjoy the finish process as well. I've never really used a spray gun before, to finish a guitar, and seeing how that worked and how well it does was really exciting. I'm looking forward to kind of maybe coming up with some sort of home situation, my own little booth with a fan and everything.
Well, sure, man. Yeah,
Yeah,
you can do that. Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
it's
why
really
not?
neat. So, yeah, very happy with this. It's just a really awesome experience overall. You guys are super helpful.
Thank you.
Super patient, and you want us to get it right, but if we don't, you're here to fix our mistakes or help us fix them and show us how to do it.
One of my favorite things that you did this week was, while you were tuning, you were looking at your tuner on the headstock, and I kept going like this. And I told you I was going to do it, and you fell for it. Yeah, you fell for it at one time. Anyway,
I think I also told you when you do it, I will fall for it.
Yeah. But it's a cool thing to kind of but yeah, because people do get fixated, and maybe Dastardly Dave knows what it's like. He says, "Great job, guys. Welcome to the Brotherhood." So I don't know if you know this, but there are a lot of people who have come out to these workshops, and they all know each other. And when they come out, they come out to the same classes. Dave comes out all the time, and he's like, "Hey, man, if anybody wants to, share a ride or get an Airbnb or something like that, it's a cool thing." And I hope that you come back, and I hope that when you do, you can meet some new people and make some new friends and do some of that stuff. So what am I missing? Oh, who do we want to say hey to back home?
Yeah, back in Chattanooga, say hi to my my wife, Courtney, and she's hanging out with my dog, Snuggles, watching, I think. Of course, tons of friends and family back home as well, I'd say hi to.
So thanks for letting us have Michael all week. He's a cool guy. Joy, I don't know if you know this, but Michael has a cool pit bull too. So so
this Mr. Snuggles is a pit bull.
Everyone knows
yep.
that's
Yep. Of course he is.
How would he not be Mr. Snuggles? Yeah.
I love that dog.
Yeah, he's just a good-looking hound too.
Yeah, he is. He's a good guy.
So, well, guys, I think that's going to wrap it up. And I think that we've got one more super chat to take from our good buddy, Doc, who says the community is the best. Cheers. Thank you so much, Doc. CC or C Clankford says guitar is nice and the wood is nice. Dan says that he wouldn't do a class without getting a couple guys together for an Airbnb. Lefty says great guitars once again. Yeah, I think the bar is raised as of 2025. The guitars are getting they're this is some next level stuff that you guys are putting together. So thanks everybody for hanging out with us. We will see you Sunday for a live, or no, not a live video, a regular video. And if you happen to be in the area and you want to build your toy car for the Odyssey Beer Works Outlaw Pinewood Derby, please feel free to come by the shop. We're going to have the shop open for a little bit, and you can.
That might be a fun live thing to do.
You can make your car. Yeah, that might be a fun live thing.
Yeah.
All right, gang. So we'll see you then, and have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you soon. All right.